Kirtan，然后我们边唱 Kirtan 边等大家。
And you're going to, Leelarani, you're going to translate?
Yes, I translate.
You can hear me okay?
Yes, very clearly.
Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamunatiro Vanachari Jamunatiro Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitai Go Premanandi Hari Hari.
Hari Hari Bol.
So are we starting the new topic or are there questions left from last week?
There is a question left from last week.
So last week the topic was forgiveness? What was it?
How to work with Krishna consciousness anywhere, anytime.
That's today's topic.
Yes.
And last week was?
Last week, community. 上周咱们讲的主题是什么？
Remember, I give so many classes. Okay, so we still have one question left.
Yes. This question is from Pushpa Sara Devidasi. Obeisances to Guru Maharaj. Could you please explain how to release one's anger?
Oh, it depends on what's causing it.
这要取决于是什么导致了愤怒。
So first you have to, well, I mean, the philosophical answer is live in the mode of goodness. There's no anger in goodness.
一个哲学上的答案就是，如果我们活在善良属性当中，就不会有愤怒。
But the psychological answer is what's causing it.
从心理学的答案就是是什么导致了愤怒。
Is Pushpa Sara here?
Pushpa, it seems he's not here. She's not here. She can listen to the recording.
So we need to know what's causing her anger. That's the question.
因为提问者 Pushpa Sara Devidas 他没有在，所以我们不知道是什么。他想问这个问题，是什么导致了他的愤怒呢？
There's something frustrating her. It's a her?
Pushpa. She's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. 可能是有些事情让他沮丧。
Anger doesn't just show up, it's caused by something. And it's a reaction to another emotion or another situation.
愤怒通常都是有一些特定的情景导致的，或者是由别的一些情绪激发出了愤怒这样一个情绪。
Since Pushpa Sara is not here, we'll ask the question to all of you. What causes you to become angry?
因为 Pushpa Sara 他不在这儿，那我就问在座的各位，是什么情况会导致你们愤怒呢？可以打在对话框里，
You can put your answer in the chat box.
可以把你们的答案输送在对话框里。
When my son doesn't do what I say, I become angry. When my boss isn't nice, I become angry. You know, whatever it is.
你说了几种例子，比如说我的老板他对我不好。There is 3 feedback.
Oh
Some
yeah, just start.
feedbacks.
You can just start from the top. Lack of control.
OK. Sydney 他
Yeah, so
说
said lack of control triggers. What are the triggers?
什么是这个触动
That's
点
the
是什么
trigger.
呢？
Lack can't control myself, so I become angry. That's the trigger.
那是什么让我们能一触即发，让我们愤
Sounds
怒
like
呢？
it, right? It sounds like Sydney saying she's becoming mad at herself when she can't control herself.
有可能是刚 Sydney 他说有可能这是来自于他
Well,
自己。
I think that before we answer the question, not all anger is bad.
在我们回答这个问题之前，就是愤怒并不完全是糟糕的，
Because anger is energy.
愤怒也是一种能量。
So sometimes if if something happens and you're not angry, and you should be angry because it's in a situation like that, you should be a little bit upset with yourself.
就有些情况下会要求我们必须要展示一些愤怒才可以。
Because Sydney, if you set a goal for yourself which is achievable and you don't follow it, it's good to be upset because you get upset enough at one point you'll actually do it. If you set a goal that's too high, then that upset is not going to help you. Oh.
不是对 Sydney 说，当你想要有所成就的时候，如果你把你的目标设得过高，但是你自己却达不到这样的目标，就会产生愤怒这样的情绪。
Right?
是吗？
Isn't sometimes like, if you're an addict or whatever you're addicted to, sugar or movies or potato chips or worse things, it's becoming angry at yourself sometimes is actually why you stop, isn't it? So
你的
not always bad.
translate。
Yeah.
就是有些时候从外界来的这样一些刺激，比如说，电影啊，或者外界的一些事件啊，他们会导致我们的愤怒，是这样的吗 ，Sydney？
But if you set a goal that's too high, you'll always be angry at yourself. And that's like the mode of ignorance. That's not productive. That's destructive.
但是如果我们把我们的目标设定的过高的话，那很容易我们就会变得沮丧，我们会变得由此而产生愤怒，这是一种很容易发生的情况。
I once gave a talk and it was about timeline, like how long it's going to take to achieve your goal.
通常我们会设定一个时间节点，就是在一个什么样的时间期限内，我们达到一个什么样的目标。
So sometimes the goal is good, you just have the wrong timeline. It's like going to take you 10 years and you think it's going to take you 10 days. That's frustrating.
其实有时候不是目标有问题，而是我们的这个期限。比如说，这个期限，你的目标是可以达到的，但是它可能要花费10年的时间，但是你却希望2天就达到，所以这会让你沮丧。
So if I don't control myself and it causes me to become angry,
我会控制那些让我变得愤怒的这些导因、诱
then
因，
you have two choices:
有2个选择。
to gratify yourself and become angry, or control yourself and become peaceful.
你可以放任你自己变得愤怒，或者是你控制你自己归于平静。
So sometimes you actually have to think that way. So because then you realize, well, actually it's easier to control myself because then I don't become frustrated.
所以这就是你需要去觉悟的一个部分，就是你永远都是有选择的，是你让自己变得愤怒呢，还是说你控制自己变得平静？
Have you ever eaten and you've eaten enough and you want to eat more? Of course you have.
你们有没有这种情况，就是你已经吃的足够了，但是你还是停不下来，吃的超过你所需？
And you're telling yourself, I know if I eat more, I'm going to fall asleep in an hour.
Pardon.
If I eat more, you tell yourself, if I eat more, I'm going to fall asleep.
你有
In
没有
1
告诉
hour.
你有没有告诉过自己，如果我吃的太多，我就会打瞌睡。
And if I stop eating now, in 20 minutes, I won't be hungry and I'll still be awake in an hour.
但是如果我现在不吃的话，那可能1个小时之后我就饿了，那我还是会打瞌睡。
So then you're thinking in your mind, okay, it's a trade-off. Enjoy now, suffer later. Suffer now, enjoy later.
所以你就会告诉你的心意，那我是现在此刻及时享乐，然后之后受苦呢，还是我现在忍受一会儿这个痛苦，但是之后我不用去遭受痛苦，我之后会舒服一些。
So sometimes we have to analyze that
所以
way.
有时候我们得以这样的方式来分析。
Yeah. Have you ever said, I hate myself after doing something?
那你们有没有过去
Promise
曾经
yourself
做
you would never do?
你们有没有过去曾经做过什么事情之后，你们发现自己因为做了这个事情而对自己产生一些痛恨的感觉？
Have you ever said that, Leela Rani?
Yes。
Okay. Is there anyone who has never said that?
你们大
Raise
家
your
过
hand.
去有没有发生过这样的情境？
Yeah. So now if I do this, I have to live the rest of the day, the week, the month, maybe my whole life hating myself for having done that. I think it's easier not to do it.
就有时候我们做了一件事情，我们这一整天我们都会后悔我们做这件事情，甚至是几个月，或者最糟的是整个一生，我们都会为此而后悔。
I think we all have this something that we know we shouldn't do, that we like to do.
我相信我们每个人都有这样的事情，就是我们知道我们是不应该做的，做了会后悔的这样的事情。
So it's always good to remember what's going to happen if I do it.
所以大家最好就是去记住，如果我们做了这个事情会发生什么。
I had 27.5 seconds of pleasure, and now for the next 27.5 days, I suffer. It's not worth it.
我用我用一些日子来做这些事情，我及时行乐了，我感到快乐，但是我会用剩下的时间来遭罪，来受苦，这个值得吗？划算吗？
Now I have a mantra,
我有一个 mantra 曼
and it
陀
helps
罗，
me. It helps me with
它帮助
self-control.
帮助我自我控制。
You want the mantra?
Yes。
Okay. And Frinda Devi, you will like this mantra. I think I may have given it to you before.
Rinda David， 我相信你会喜欢这个 mantra。我曾经给过你这个 mantra， 是吗？
When you're tempted to do something that's not healthy,
当你企图做一些不太健康的事情的时候，
the mantra is, I love myself too much to do this.
我这个
I love
mantra
myself too much to do this to myself.
我这个 mantra 就是我太爱我自己了，以至于我不能去做这样的事。
Because I know if I did it, it would be bad for me or horrible for me or destructive for me. I love myself too much to destroy myself by doing this activity.
因为我知道做了这件事情，它会伤害我，甚至会毁灭我。所以，因为我爱自己，所以我不能去做这样的事情。
And now some of you are saying, but what if I don't love myself? How can I say that?
但是有的人可能就会说，但如果我不爱我自己，那怎么办呢？
Yeah, well, that's the whole point. You should.
但那就是问题，我们应该爱自己。
I'm not going to do this to myself. I'm not going to destroy myself.
我应该去，我不应该去毁灭，自我毁灭，我应该爱自己，自爱。
And the opposite is when you want to do something that's difficult, you can sit the mantra, I love myself enough that I'll do this.
当你自己爱自己是足够的时候，你就不会允许自己去伤害你自己。
I don't want to get up in the morning. It's too hard. I love myself enough. I love myself so much that I'm going to do it.
因为我爱自己是足够的，那我不会允许去做任何伤害我、对自我不利的事情。
At least as my godbrother, Gunagraya Maharaj used to say, treat yourself right.
我的一位神兄弟，他告诉我，恰当的对待你自己。
That was before he'd eat pizza.
在他吃披萨之前会这么说。
But it was sometimes he would say that when you're making a decision around taking care of yourself, he would say, yes, treat yourself right.
所以当我们要做一项决定之前的时候，我们就要三思，这个决定是不是会善待你，给你带来好的结果的。
Okay, so want to read Sita, what she said?
Sita said, it's not in line with our expectations, nor than expected.
Yeah, beautiful.
很好，很美丽的一个答案。
Did you read it in Chinese? What she said?
Sita Devi 写的，当与期待不符合、低于预期的时候，我们会愤怒。
Yeah.
Then the next feedback is from Lily Ping.
Wait.
Okay.
So you want to hear something really funny about expectations?
你们想听一听一些关于期待的很有趣的、很有意思的事情吗？
Most of the people you have expectations of, you never told them what your expectations are.
有些人他们会有一些期待，但是他们没有告诉你。
So you're getting frustrated and they don't even know what they're supposed to do.
所以你会变得很沮丧，因为你不知道该怎么样去做。
And Sita Devi, that can also, we can also get frustrated by expecting things of ourselves that sometimes we can't do.
Sita Devi 就是当有时候我们对自己的期待，我们自己与自己的期待不符合，你没有达到自己的预期的时候，你也会沮丧。
When you have expectations, then the next question is to ask yourself, why am I expecting this?
那另一个问题就是为什么我会有这样一个期待呢？
So I'm expecting you all to praise me.
我希望你们大家都来赞美我。
And if you don't praise me, I don't like you.
你不赞美我，我就不高兴。
So does that say something is wrong with you, or does it say that something's wrong with me?
所以这是你有问题呢，还是我有问题？
Well, just say me, I'm just an ordinary person.
就比方说我是一个
Mahatma
普通
Das,
人，
ordinary person.
就比方说 Mahatma Das，就是一个普通人，我扮演一个大众的角色。
Obviously, something wrong with me.
那显然是我有问题。
So you don't all praise me, and I don't like you, or I become angry with you.
因为你没表扬我，所以我就对你不高兴，因此我就对你有愤怒。
So when you have an expectation, whatever that expectation is, it shows that there's something going on with you lacking, generally, not always, but generally lacking in you that you need to get from someone else.
当你有期待的时候，总的来说，就是因为你心里有一个需求，你这个需求没有得到满足，你就渴望从别人那里去获得满足。
It's not like I get in an airplane and I expect it to fly to China and it flies to India. We're not talking about expectations like that. That's a whole different thing.
Guru Maharaj, you mean airplane to China?
And then they take me to, I'm expecting it to go to China, but it lands in Delhi, you know? So
嗯
of course
就是
I'll be upset, but we're talking about expectations
yes
based on
但是
needs we
嗯
have for other people to act a certain way.
Yes，给我举个例子，他说，比如说我乘航班，我本来是要乘航班到中国，但是我的航班却降落到德里，那我这个地点都降落错了，那我肯定会有着急，会有生气。这个情况跟我们说的这个情况不一样。
Oh, you tell me you're going to pick me up at 5 o'clock. Of course, I expect you're going to come at 5 o'clock. We're not talking about that.
就因为比如说我们说在5点钟去接机，我们就会在这个时间去接。我们讨论的这个例子不是说这样的一些现实的这个例子，就是导致愤怒的。
Sita Devi, sometimes what we expect of others, how we expect them to treat us, we don't treat them that way. Have you ever noticed that?
就是有时候我们期望别人怎么对我们，但是我们却没有以这样的方式去对待他们。有没有注意到这样的情况？
I expect this person to honor me. He doesn't honor me, so I criticize him. I'm not expecting him honor from him, and I'm criticizing. It's like so.
我希望这个人他对我很尊重，但是这个人他没有对我很尊重，所以我就对他很不高兴。
So we all have to ask ourselves: is what I am expecting, is it normal or is it abnormal?
我们要区分我们的这个期待是就是正常的还是非正常的这样一些期待。
So sometimes we expect things of people that it's abnormal. It's not, how should I say? It's not the way normal human interaction is. To expect those things, it's not normal for them to do it.
因为有时候我们对别人的期待，它是不是那么的常规？就是通常情况下，别人不一定能够做得到的那样一些期待。
And that has to do with our past.
这个期待是来源于我们的过往。
It's something to think about.
像一些你想到的、想起的往事。
And it's the cause of resentment.
所以就会导致怨恨。
If what you expect is actually a core need that you have, it's going to turn into a resentment.
而这个期待是源自于核心需求的话，它就很容易导致怨恨。
Like, let's say there was a major event in your life where there was an issue over trust and you were traumatized by it.
就比方说是你过往的重大事件，或者是一些创伤，大的创伤。
So now trust is very important for you.
就比如说信任对你来说是非常重要的。
And so you have this strong need for trust, for honesty with everyone, that they be trustworthy and honest.
你希望别人对你有很高的忠诚，对你是忠心耿耿，有这样一个需求。
And if they're not, it can cause you to become very upset.
但如果当他人没有达到你的这样一个需求，不符合这样的预期的时候，就很容易会导致
If you
沮
don't
丧。
have a big issue with trust, it won't upset you as much or
但
at
是
all.
，yes，但是当你并没有这样的关于关于信任的一个需求、内在需求的时候，别人没有给你展示出信任，就不会对你有太大的问题。
Have any of you noticed that?
你们有没有注意到这样的情景呢？
That happened to me.
在我身上发生过，
I don't know why.
我也不知道。
I ended up like that. It wasn't a big thing, but I ended up like I needed people to do what they said when they said, and if they didn't, I was just like, I don't want to deal with you anymore.
其实我也不知道到底是出于什么原因，但是我记得就是就是那个人他说了他要做什么事情，但是当他没有去做这个事情的时候，我的反应就会有一些强烈。
I was a little too extreme. I've calmed down since then.
我从那个事情之后，慢慢我就学习了之后，我就会 变得平静。
So here's a little formula for you.
这就是对你们的一个公式。
If you have or have had a resentment,
如果你们曾经有过怨恨、憎恨，
then consider what was it about?
那就考虑一下，思考一下，它是关于什么？
And you probably have an issue about that thing that it was about, personal issue about it.
很有可能是因为你本人内在有这样一个问题。
Like the most common example is we need people to appreciate us.
一个很大众的一个很普遍的问题就是我们都希望得到赏识、欣赏。
So that's obvious. There's an obvious lack of self-appreciation.
那是通常是因为我们自身缺乏自我欣赏。
Which if we didn't have, we wouldn't care whether they appreciate us or not, because we're okay.
如果我们有自我欣赏的话，那别人欣不欣赏我们，对我们不会有太大的影响。
I hate you. Why? You don't appreciate me.
我恨你，为什么呢？因为你不感激我，不欣赏我。
I mean, of course, if you're married, you expect a little bit once in a while.
这就会导致一些情况，一些不愉快的情况。
But I'm talking about abnormal amounts of appreciation.
我说的是一些不正常的这种对感激的需求。
There was a devotee. He
Yeah.
got a letter from Prabhupada every 7 days.
There is a devotee who he did what?
Every 7 days, he would receive a letter from Prabhupada.
就是有一位奉献者，每隔7天，他就要给帕布帕德写一封信。
It was a letter of encouragement and appreciation.
他需要这个信的鼓励，还有欣赏。
And he said the encouragement and appreciation, it only lasted 5 days.
但是这个来自于这个来信的这个时间持续的效力呢，只能维持5天。
On the 6th day, he'd sleep all day. He lost his enthusiasm. And on the 7th day, he'd get a letter and then he was okay again.
当第6天的时候的话，他就会有一些坐立不安了。然后到第7天的时候，他就没有办法再保持他的热情。
Yeah. So that was a extreme need of appreciation and encouragement to just be normal.
所以他的这个例子呢，就是有一些极端的去展示他内心关于被欣赏有这样一个极度的渴求，这是一个不太正常的内心需求。
Next one.
Next one is from Lily Ping. One is offended.
Oh, when we're offended.
Yes. 李丽萍说，当一个人被冒犯时，也会容易产生愤怒。
Lily Ping.
李丽萍，
Krishna sends someone to offend you in order to help you remain humble or become humble if you're not.
李丽萍，有某人Krishna 派某人来冒犯你，是让你来学习谦卑。
That was what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said.
这是圣 Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur 说的。
Yeah. As I often say, if you don't like people offending you, you're living in the wrong world. You have to go to the spiritual world because that's what happens down here.
当我就是某人说被冒犯的时候，我就告诉他，你生活的这个地方就生活错了，因为咱们生活在这个物质世界，它就肯定是会有这样的情况发生。如果你不想被冒犯，那我们就应该生活在灵性世界。
The problem, Lily Ping, is if you get mad, you'll offend them back.
李丽萍，那就是you mean we feedback to that one?
No, she will offend.
嗯
If she gets angry, then she'll offend them
，OK
also.
OK OK，那就是如果你因为他人这个行为，你愤怒的话，那其实就是对那个人的一个冒犯。
So now we end up doing the very thing that they're doing to us that we're upset about.
所以我们就要就此打住，我们不能以别人对待我们的方式去这样子回应别人。
That's the problem with not, that's the problem with not processing people's offenses towards us.
这不是我们回应的一个合理的方式，就是别人冒犯我们，我们以冒犯回击，不是这样子的。
The other thing is that a lot of people offend us, then they don't even know us.
有些情况下，某些人冒犯了我们，他们甚至是不自知的，
or they don't know much about us.
他们也不太了解我们。
It's got a fan off. I don't know. So, yeah. So some people are just going to offend. That's what they do.
有些人他们习惯，他们冒犯是因为他们已经习惯了这样一个行为方式。
When they wake up in the morning, they're looking for someone who's going to offend them.
有些人早上一睁开眼，他们就会到处寻找去冒犯的人。
Some people are like that.
有些人他就习惯于这么去做。
I live to be offended.
我活着就是为了被冒犯。
We're supposed to say, I live to be corrected, but some people live to be offended.
我们活着其实是为了自我纠正，但是有些人活着就是去找谁冒犯了他。
So sometimes you have to actually laugh at it because it's ridiculous what they say.
Ridiculous，
Crazy, crazy. Makes no
有
sense,
时候
makes no sense.
Grandma, could you
Sometimes what they say makes no sense, so you have to laugh.
OK， 就因为他们有时候说的话呢是没有道理的，毫无根据，我们就一笑了之。
But sometimes what they say, it actually may be true, and so you have to be humble enough to
但有
acknowledge
时
it.
候别人说的话呢，确实是符合事实，那我们就要谦卑的接受并且改正。
So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, if someone offends me, I think Krishna is making me humble. And if someone praises me, I think they're telling me how I should be.
所以圣 Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati 说，如果某人他来冒犯我，那是因为 Krishna 想要来让我谦卑。而如果某人the second party is someone
tells you, compliments you, praises you. You say, you are Leela Rani, you're so intelligent, and you think, oh, I have to become intelligent. They're telling me to become intelligent.
OK， 那如果有人来评论我们的话，那就是意味着 Krishna 希望我们更有智慧。
Vrinda Devi, you're so humble. And Vrinda Devi thinks, oh, I should become humble. They're telling me not what I am, but what I should become.
就有人说Vrinda Devi 你应该更谦卑，那我就会去这么想，那是别人通过这句话来告诉我，我应该变得更加谦卑。
Because if Vrinda Devi thinks, yes, it's true, I am so humble, then immediately she becomes proud.
那 Vrinda Devi 说我已经很谦卑了呀，那个人他就是他会觉得是那个人骄傲，见不得他自己，本来他是谦卑的。
Lily Ping, this is not easy, but if we see that people who are offending us are helping us become humble, then that's a very Krishna conscious way to process it.
所以李丽萍，如果有人来冒犯的时候，你要理解到 就是 Krishna 通过这个人来让我们变得谦卑，这是一个 Krishna 知觉的思考方式。
And then the last thing is that some people are so unhappy and so miserable and frustrated with their life that that's why they offend others. And we can be compassionate towards them.
我们也会看到有些人他们非常的郁郁寡欢，非常的沮丧，而且就是很挫败。这有时候是因为他们的冒犯导致。那对于这样的人呢，我们要心怀怜悯。
I have another mantra.
我有另外一个 mantra，
Happy people don't criticize.
快乐的人不会吹毛求疵，
Unhappy people criticize.
而不快乐的人他们会去挑剔、吹毛
It's
求
kind of a
疵。
drug for them, kind of it dulls the unhappiness. Better, I guess it's better than drinking alcohol, but it's no, actually it's worse. Actually worse.
这个挑剔、挑错、吹毛求疵，它就像是一种毒品一样，它会对我们深有其害。
The Shastra says offending a devotee is worse than breaking the four principles.
在经典当中说，冒犯一个奉献者的后果，甚至比打破四项原则都还要更加严重。
Because if I break the four principles and I chant the holy name sincerely, I'll be purified of that karma. But if I offend a devotee, it could take years to be purified of the offense.
因为如果我们打破了四项原则的话，我们可以通过很真诚的来念诵，逐渐得到净化，而清除掉那个结果。但是如果我们冒犯了一位奉献者，那可是要花上经年累月的时间，都不一定能清除掉的。
So when we're offended, it's a real huge temptation to offend back. So you have to be very careful.
所以当我们被冒犯的时候，一定要特别的小心，不要注意自己的行为，不要导致再次的冒犯，因为那个冒犯的后果是非常的严重的。
Okay, next one.
下一个是来自于The next one is from 陈桂颖。陈桂英，she said，不合自己的心意的时候，也会导致愤怒。When something is not fit our needs, is not what we want.
Okay.
Yes.
Which means that you may have to find out how to fulfill those needs in other ways.
这就意味着说，你需要找出另一个方式来满足你的需求和你的心意。
Or, yeah, I think that's the right answer. If it's a real need, it's an important need, then you have to figure out how to fulfill it yourself if no one else can fulfill it for you.
如果你说的这个合乎自己的心意的，如果这个需求它是一个恰当的需求的话，你就要找出一个很合适的方式来去达成它。
But then you have to consider, is that need actually necessary or unnecessary?
并且要去权衡这样一个需求，它是必要的呢，还是不必要的？
And then sometimes, then you might say, but I can't fulfill that need. Then we'll have to have some detachment.
有时候，你可能会想，就是我可能没办法完成自己的心意，那就有可能你会对你想的这个东西产生一个依附。
Actually, everybody has a need to be appreciated.
当然，我们每个人都会有一个欣赏的这样一个愿望。
But the problem is when we go around looking for it from everybody or demanding it from everybody.
我们的这个欣赏的这个需求呢，我们就会从我们身边的人这里去找，希望别人来欣赏我们。
But if you help other people, they'll all appreciate you automatically.
但是如果你去帮助别人，帮助他人，那别人自动会欣赏你，感激你。
So sometimes you have to, understand better how those needs can be met in a healthy way.
所以有时候我们就自己得思考一下，以什么样的健康的方式去实现这样的需求。
But you want to make sure those needs are, the needs that are unmet are actually healthy needs.
我们需要去考虑到去权衡出这个需求是健康的呢，还是不健康的，
Or necessary needs, necessary
还
for
是
your well-being.
是必要的吗？对于你的利益来说是必须的吗？
Okay, next one.
Next one is 耿红，他说因为得不到关爱而愤怒，because we anger is because we don't get love,
Oh,
get care.
yeah. So what do we do if we don't get love?
那如果我们得不到关爱，我们应该做什么呢？
Well, first thing is to understand that actually you are getting love from Krishna.
首先你要明白的是，你已经从 Krishna 那里得到了关爱，
and from Prabhupada
从帕布帕德那里，
and your spiritual master.
从你的灵性导师那里。
A lot of devotees don't appreciate that,
还有很多的奉献者那里，我们应该为此而感激，
or they don't feel it.
或者或者我们他们或者没有感受得到，
Or maybe they don't believe it,
他们是或者是不相信，
but that's something to, it's something we need to not only accept intellectually, but we need to feel it as well.
就是我们或许不相信有爱，或者没有感受到爱，但是我们应该以这样子的，就是以关爱的方式去行为，去感受。
And to not feel love may also be due to the fact that we are not loving ourselves.
我们感受不到关爱，很大一个原因是因为我们自己不够自我关爱。
Some people we want love from don't know how to love.
我们有时候会从一些不懂得爱的人那里去获得爱，
So we spend our whole life hoping that they'll give us love, and they can't. They don't know
我
how.
们我们整个一生都渴望那个人给我们爱，但那个人他不懂得怎么给爱，所以我们就得不到这个关爱。
So you have to give it to yourself.
你就得自己给自己这份爱。
And one of the ways you give it to yourself is by taking care of your spiritual life.
那怎么样给到自己这关爱呢？好好的关照你的灵性生活。
As I often say, the greatest form of self-love is good sadhana.
就正如我经常说的，对自我关爱的一个很好的形式就是sadhana，好好做 sadhana。
When you help yourself spiritually, that's the highest form of self-love.
你好好的去灵性上去发展，这就对你自己的最高层面的关爱。
And again, if you want the highest love, you have to go to the spiritual world.
并且再一次说，我们想要获得最高的关爱的话，我们应该去到灵性世界。
A lot of these problems that we're having are inherent within the material world.
但是一个很大的问题就是，因为我们在这个物质世界里所经历的这些，
So you can use these problems as an impetus in your spiritual life.
你会把你在物质世界所得到的这些 品味，你会把它搬到灵性世界上去，那样去感受灵性世界。
When you go back to the spiritual world, you won't have this problem that nobody loves you.
当你回到灵性世界的时候，你就不会有所有这些物质世界的问题。
That's a problem that exists on this level, in this plane, but not up there.
在灵性世界，我们所有物质世界所有的这些问题都不会存在，但是因为我们现在处在物质世界这样一个层面上，所以就会有各种各样的问题产生。
And you'll be so satisfied also because you're giving your love to Krishna.
你应该满足于你所拥有的情况，因为你把你所有的爱都给了 Krishna。
So next one.
下一个问题是 Sydney's feedback. Need I translate into Chinese?
Yes.
下面是一个 Sydney 的反馈，就是关于愤怒的。他说，控制对其他情况的控制也是如此。我知道我无法控制，所以有时候接受起来就会有点问题。非常感谢 Good Day。Okay, there is no any questions.
So she said control over other situations, which I know I don't have control over. So acceptance is an issue sometimes. Yes, of course, for all of us.
是的，就刚才的这个答案，是的，对我们所有人都是一样。
So Sydney, you can take a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle, and write down what you control in one column and what you don't control in the other column.
所以 Sydney 你可以拿一张纸出来，把它写了贴在镜子上，就是一面写上哪些是你可以控制的，哪些是你无法控制的。
And then double check those columns and ask yourself, do I actually control what I think I control? And do I have no control of what I think I don't control? And you might find you switch some things.
那你看到你写的这些纸上的，你就做你能做的，然后对你不能做的，你尽力做你能做的，也尽力去做你不能做的，你就可以看得清楚这不同的情况了。
And you know, it's interesting. Sometimes we will say, I have no control over another person's behavior.
有时候我们会想去控制他人的一些行为。
And so that's on my column of things I have no control of.
然后我们就会觉得我们无法控制。
But the fact is you do, because if you punch them in the face, they're going to punch back. So you do have control.
就是因为如果你去用拳头去揍人家，人家就会用拳头来回应你，这肯定是你无法控制的。
So sometimes we have more control than we think, and sometimes we have less control than we think.
所以有时候我们对于我们考虑的需要更多的施加一些控制，但是有时候我们对我们考虑的又没有办法控制。
The big problem is when it's obvious we have no control and we won't relinquish control. That's the problem.
但是一个很明显的问题就是，有些我们明明就应该去控制的事情，我们没有去控制，这个就是有问题的。
And this is very, very interesting to me as a philosophical point.
Philosophical.
Philosophical. It's a point of philosophy.
就是这是就是有一个哲学的观点。
Because you could say that one of the essential principles of Krishna consciousness is to accept what I can't control because I'm not the controller.
有一个哲学的观点就是我们想要控制，但是呢Krishna 这边的哲学是告诉我们，我们不是控制者。
So I go to the temple, I give a class, and I tell everyone, you're not the controller.
然后我去庙里，我讲了一堂课，就是关于你不是控制者。
And then I drive home and there's a lot of traffic and I'm screaming at all the cars because I don't like the way they're driving.
但是呢，我回家的时候呢，我就完全失控，我就大喊大叫，就做出这样的一些行为。
So we say I'm not the controller, but we don't think like that often.
我们说我们不是控制者，但是我们的哥们还 sorry I didn't get the meaning. You mean we are not the controller? Yeah.
But we say it, but we don't always act like it.
Yes. 我们嘴巴上说我们不是控制者，但是我们的行为上却展示出我们处处想要去控制。
So this need to control things we can't control, it comes up all the time, every day.
所以我们时时刻刻都想控制一些我们无法控制的事情，这每时每刻都在发生。
So it's interesting that we say we're not the controller, then all day we're trying to control.
所以这是很有意思的一件事情。我们嘴巴上说着我们不是控制者，但是我们的行为上却展示出我们想要控制的很多
At
东
least
西。
I find that very interesting.
我发现这是很有意思的一件事。
And therefore I concluded that acceptance of what we can't control is an essential practice and philosophy of bhakti.
所以我总结出来说，我们就接受，其实我们并不是那么对自己是那么自控的。那这是我们 Bhakti 实践章当中的一个部分，我们接纳。
So you're trying to control something you have absolutely no control over, and Krishna is looking at you and going, "Didn't you understand what it means when I said I'm the controller? You didn't understand that?"
It makes me confused.
Well, you're in a situation you can't control,
Yes.
and you're trying to control it.
Yes.
And Krishna's looking at you, and he's thinking, "You didn't understand that you're not the controller." That was like the first thing you learned when you read Bhagavad Gita.
就是当我们Krishna 在薄伽梵宫当中告诉我们，第一条就是你不是一位控制者，但是我们理论上明白我们不是控制者，我们行动上却展示出我们想去控制，那 Krishna 就会说你根本就没有明白我在说什么。
So I come to your house.
我到你家里来，
You say, "Put your shoes here. Don't touch that.
别
Put your
碰这
big
个，
bag
别
here.
碰那个，
Put your
别
jacket
待在，
here."
我就告诉你这些话，
Yeah, things like that.
就像这样，就是一种控制的表现。
We have a hard time not being supreme controllers. It's quite frustrating sometimes.
我们整天都是试图去控制一些事情，然后会由此而变得有一些挫败。
Did you know in the spiritual world, the milk of the cows fulfills all your desires?
你们
You
知
drink it
道，
and all desires are fulfilled? Did you know that?
milk
Purport
cow
First to the verse 29.
In
Chintamani
the-
Bhaskara Sadmansa.
在灵性世界有一些请他们就是那个如意宝石、点金石。
So Krishna gives you that Shakti, that he'll fulfill all your desires when you are no longer trying to control everything and you're just trying to serve him.
所以如果你有这样的一个不再控制的这种能力的时候，那 Krishna 就会给予你这样的能量，给予你这样的 Shakti。
If Krishna let us all fulfill our desires, all of us,
Krishna 就会满足我们所有的愿望，
what a mess that would be.
不管我们想要什么，他都会满足。当我们有这样的资格的时候，
I wish you were dead. Okay, now you're dead.
我祝你们大家如愿以偿。
Yeah. So when you have pure desire to serve Krishna, then he'll said, okay, whatever desire you have, I'll fulfill.
嗯，
Then
如果
it's safe.
当我们大家都有纯粹的想要去服务 Krishna 的这样的纯洁的愿望的时候，那一切就都会
You imagine some conditioned soul snuck in the back door of the spiritual world and drinks the Sarabi milk and all his desires are fulfilled. It create havoc.
就是我们会看到一些受条件限制的灵魂，他们最终也回到了灵性世界，并且他们的愿望在灵性世界都得到了实现。这种情况是发生的。
There's a security guard there checking. He goes over your heart, sees if there's anything in your heart, foreign materials.
安全感这一些都在我们内心。
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, the lust. Go back.
Last can go back.
Yeah, you're trying to go to the spiritual world, and security guard checks your heart, and he finds lust in it. He won't let you through the gate.
就是会有一个探测仪，它在你身上这样子测试，就像那个X 光一样照着你，然后它照着你，你整个人检测合格，你就可以回到灵性世界了。
There's actually 7 gates. You have to pass through each one.
有7道门，你必须要每道门的过关。
Lust, anger, greed, envy, like that.
比如说色欲、愤怒、贪婪、嫉妒等等这些。
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen.
所以，绅士们、女士们、先生们，
good news for you.
我有一些好消息告诉你们。
You are not the supreme controllers.
你不是至尊控制者。
So from now on, you can stop trying to control all the things you can't control anyway.
所以从现在起，你就别去控制那些你无法控制的事情。
And instead, invest that controlling energy in controlling your mind and senses.
用那些能量来控制你的心意和感官。
What do you think? Good idea?
你们认为怎么样？好主意吗？
Better use of energy. Yeah.
好好的利用你们的能量。
Okay.
善用能量。
And then there's 2 more.
Lilith said yes, good day. And 跟红说 thank you for teacher's explanation.
Okay. So now it's time to start today's topic. Is that correct?
Yes. 那今天我们的there's still half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today's topic is how to be Krishna conscious when you're in an environment that is not Krishna conscious. Is that the idea?
Yes. Anywhere, anytime, how we can have our Krishna consciousness. 那我们今天的主题就是如何随时随地保持 Krishna 知觉。
Is the idea that some environments are toxic? Is that part of the, like you go to work and it's a really bad environment?
Yes. Or in a home. Yes.
Yeah. Get a new job. That's one option.
我们这个主题的背后就是说，比如说在工作的环境当中遇到一些很难具有 Krishna 知觉的这个条件或者环境。
I can tell you what I did. I have been in situations which aren't very Krishna conscious. I'll tell you what I did.
我曾经就在这样的环境当中去生活过。那我会告诉我自己怎么做呢？
I pray to Krishna. I don't know how to be Krishna conscious in this environment. It's toxic. Can you tell me how to do it? Can you help me see how I can do this?
我曾经的环境不太利于 Krishna 知觉，我就向 Krishna 祈祷，在这样一群喝酒的人中间，我应该怎么样保持 Krishna 知觉呢？我怎么样在这个环境当中有利我自己的灵修呢？
So really, it's better you answer this question than I answer this question.
所以真的是你我才能回答这个问题。
Like you say, well, this environment, it's difficult. If you're in an environment and it's difficult to be Krishna conscious, then ask yourself, capital S, how can I be Krishna conscious in this environment?
如果我们的环境不利于我们的 Krishna 知觉，那我们就得问一下自己，那在这样的环境当中，我们怎么做才能更好，有利于自己的灵修呢？
So the idea is that if you want to be Krishna conscious, Krishna will show you how to do it.
所以这个背后的思想就是，你得去问自己，如何才能更好的保持自己的灵修，有利于自己的灵修。
And sometimes the answer is going to be get another job.
有时候这个答案就是换一份工作。
Because there are environments that sometimes that are so toxic, you actually can't be Krishna conscious. They're too tamasic.
但不论你换到什么样的环境，可能都会有一些情况不太利于你的修行。
But generally, Krishna will show you how you can remain at least on a decent level of Krishna consciousness practically anywhere.
但是总体来说
Downtown
，Krishna
Amsterdam, that's hard.
他会帮助你保
You
持
been there?
以什么样的方式在那个环境当中恰当的去
Alcohol and pot.
维持。
Like every 5 shops. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So here's a philosophical principle that can help us.
所以有一些这个原则是可以帮助到我们的。
You want to ask yourself how I can see Krishna in this situation.
你应该问自己，在这种情况下，我如何能看到 Krishna 呢？
Because you know Krishna's energy is everywhere.
因为我们知道 Krishna 的能量无处不在，
Super soul is everywhere.
超灵在我们每个人心中，
Krishna is in everyone's heart.
处于每个人心中。
So how can I always see that wherever I am, whatever I'm doing?
所以我们在我们做的每一件事情当中，如何看到这样一个体现？
One time a devotee, it's a little different situation, but a devotee asked Prabhupada, how can I remember Krishna in every situation?
有一次，一个奉献者他问帕布帕德，在这个情况下，我怎么能具有 Krishna 知觉呢？
And his problem was a little different than what we're discussing. His problem was that everything was really nice and he was forgetting Krishna.
他的情况跟我们这里谈到的不一样，
Whatever
他的情况其实一切都进展得很好，
It's so nice, I forget Krishna.
就是因为环境太好，所以我把 Krishna 给忘了。
So Prabhupada said, so are you seeing the sun? He said, yes.
帕帕就说：“那你看到太阳了吗？”他说：“是的。”
Are you drinking water?
他说：“你喝水了吗？”他说：“是的。”
Yes. And this way, asking questions to show how Krishna is you're seeing Krishna, you just don't notice it.
所以就以这样的方式，帕帕的引导他，以他从来没有注意到的方式来看待。
Sometimes also seeing Krishna means seeing things philosophically.
有时候看到 Krishna 也意味着seeing Krishna
Philosophical through the eyes of philosophy.
也意味着我们通过哲学的眼睛来看到。
So let's say you're working in a
比
company.
如说你的工作，
And philosophically, you could think people here are working very hard.
你可以这样想，这些人们工作的非常的卖力，
Many of them don't really like what they're doing, would rather be doing something else.
其实好多人并不喜欢他们的工作，其实他们宁愿做一些别的行当。
But they're working to make money so they can be happy, so they can buy things.
但是他们必须得工作挣钱，这样才能买到他们想要的东西。
but the things they buy can't make them happy.
通过购物会让他们快乐。
So here's the mantra.
这有一个 mantra，
Working hard at a job you don't like to make money to buy things that can't make you happy.
卖力的工作来挣钱，而用这些钱去买一些你不需要的东西。
That's, yeah. If somebody asked me what is Maya, that's my answer.
如果某人问我什么是 Maya， 我就会告诉他 Maya 就这样。
So that would be a way of looking at the situation, one way of looking at the situation at work through philosophy.
所以这是你看待一个工作的一个哲学的方式。
And Prabhupada wanted us to look at situations through philosophy.
塔帕德希望我们以 Krishna 知觉的哲学的方式来看待问题。
And often Prabhupada would see things and then describe them for our understanding through philosophy.
塔布帕德也会通过咱们的哲学来描述，来让我们看待这些事物。
So Prabhupada encouraged a philosophical attitude towards seeing situations.
塔布帕德鼓励我们带着哲学的眼光、哲学的角度去欣赏这些事物。
And then you could think, okay, I'm also working at this job as hard as everybody else.
你就会有些人说，好的，我非常卖力的在干这份工作，卖力程度就跟别的人一样。
But my consciousness is different.
但是我的知觉是不同的。
With the money I get, I'm using it to maintain myself. I'm a devotee, to support devotional projects, to support a family, Krishna conscious family. So it's different.
虽然我跟别人一样卖力的工作，但我知觉不同。我会用我挣来的钱去做服务，去维持奉献者，去养家。
Or let's say you're at work and somebody gets very, very angry about something.
就比方说你在工作的时候，有个人变得非常的愤怒。
So if you were going to see that philosophically, you would understand this is the effect of the mode of ignorance.
那如果你带着哲学的眼光来分析和看待的话，你就会知道这个人他现在处于愚昧属性之中。
So you see them, this person is controlled by the mode of ignorance. So you see the modes of nature acting.
你就看到他处在愚昧属性当中，你就知道是物质三形态在影响。
Or this person's very passionate. They're trying to achieve more and more. They want to be number one in the company.
或者是这个人他处在激情属性当中，他想不断的获取什么，不断的获取业绩。
Or this person is very sattvic. He's always helping others. He doesn't care about his position.
或者这个人处在善良属性当中，他试图去帮助别人。
So a day in the office could be like a live Bhagavad Gita class.
那你的生活就好像是博家梵歌的课堂一样。
So those are my two suggestions. Pray to Krishna and see things philosophically.
所以这就是我的总体的建议，向 Krishna 祈祷，并且带着 Krishna 知觉的哲学的眼光去看待你的生活。
Of course, you can always bring prasadam to work.
当然，你也可以带着很好的 sadhana 生活。
We're not, I assume we're not just talking about work. We're talking about just any situation that makes it difficult to be Krishna conscious.
Yes, not only work. 我们说的这个并不仅仅是在工作当中如何处理环境不利于我们的知觉的，而且是说各种面对的情况不利于我们 Krishna 知觉的。
So then, as I was saying before, the question is, could I avoid being in the situation?
就像我之前说过的，我们能够避免这样的情景吗？
Because that's
这样的
part
处
of
境。
that's part of taking care of the creeper of bhakti.
因为那是我们照顾 Bhakti 的蔓藤的一部分。
So if you have those choices, then obviously you want to choose not to be in situations which potentially could be detrimental.
所以我们是有选择的，那我们就应该去选择一些对我们更加有利的这样的环境。
And also in your own environment, in your house, you want to create a sattvic environment.
同样，在你自己的小环境、你自己的家庭当中，也会发生一些状况。
Dirty house means dirty consciousness, right?
脏家里脏兮兮的，那就意味着你的知觉也是脏乱的。
This house is so dirty. It's pulling me down. Well, who made it dirty? You did.
这个家太脏了，太乱了，那谁让这个家乱的呢？你呀。
But sometimes we create the environment which we're complaining about.
有时候我们去抱怨环境，但我们也不自省一下，
It's just kind of funny.
这是很有意思的。
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. That was a short class. So have any questions or comments?
好，这就是我关于如何在工作和生活当中具有 Krishna 知觉的一个小小的短的讲课。那大家有任何的疑问吗？
Oh, one thing we could add to it is you want to, in your life, try to create environments that are going to uplift you just by being in that environment.
要补充的一点就是，你需要创造一个能够提升你的环境，给你周围营造出这样一个环境，
So it's clean, it's organized.
洁净的、有秩序的，
You have plants in your house or flowers.
种上花、鲜花、美丽的植物，
Fountains, water fountains,
然后去浇灌它们，
things like that.
就像这样的环境，
You don't paint all the walls black.
就不要去弄一些脏乱的，
You create a sattvic environment.
然后去抱怨、抱怨、指责你的环境。
Nice deities, nice altar. All these things help, obviously.
美丽的神坛、美丽的神像。
Okay, so any questions?
那大家有问题的可以提问，或打在对话框里。
We're going to have the but questions now. But what if? Have any but questions? But what if?
有没有什么不好的问题吗？难看的问题。
But what about?
关于什么什么的。
See, we're supposed to be like sunshine. When we walk into a dark, toxic atmosphere, we uplift it by our presence.
就像比如说我们看到了日出，那当我们处在一个很黑暗的角落里，日出一出来就会整个光灿，就把一切都照亮了，驱散了黑暗，这样提升了我们。
So that's also something to consider. How could I uplift this environment?
那就是我们需要去考虑的，如何来提升我们这个环境。
So then maybe some of you can let me know what your problem is specifically.
那大家也可以告诉我你们所遭遇到的具体的一些困难，在面对生活工作当中， 如何具有 Krishna 的一些难处。
No problems. That's fantastic.
没有问题，太令人惊讶了。
Or everyone's ecstatic.
每
And
个人都
they're
处在喜乐当中，
welcome to China. They don't know what to say.
They are in National Day vacations.
Oh, today? Oh,
Yes, from October the 1st to
Oh.
the 7th.
oh, that's nice.
你跟顾说我们现在是国庆假期，放7天假。
Yeah, we would like to take a vacation from the modes of nature.
我们处在物质3形态当中去度过这个假期。
You know, my first suggestion was to pray to Krishna to give guidance.
大家知道我的第一个建议就是我们要向 Krishna 祈祷，让我们处在一个恰当的知觉当中。
That's for everything, every problem.
面对任何事情、任何问题都祈祷。
And that's Krishna's, when you're trying to be a devotee, then Krishna's like, okay, well, just ask me, I'll help you.
所以我们遇到任何问题，我们就去询问 Krishna。Krishna 说：“好的，我会帮助你的。”
And maybe we don't take advantage of that enough.
可能我们还没有足够的这么去祈祷。
So you tell Krishna your problem and ask, what do I do about this? How do I deal with it?
我们去告诉 Krishna 你的问题，去询问他，我该怎么办呢？我该怎么处理呢？
And often you get very clear answers.
通常你就会得到一些非常清晰的建议和答案。
Sometimes the answer is practical. You need to change this. And sometimes the answer is internal. You need to change the way you see it.
有时候一些答案是非常的实际的，告诉你改变一些什么事情；有一些是内在的一个答案，告诉你要有所改变。
Do you know that most of, I would say 50% or more of what I teach in my japa class is not what I read, it's what I realized during japa.
在我的加帕工作坊当中，有一半以上都并不是教的如何念诵加帕，而是讲的关于念诵加帕的一些觉悟。
So I asked Krishna, what should I teach? Show me what to teach. Then I try to chant well, and Krishna says, teach this, teach that.
所以我就会问 Krishna， 我该教什么呢？那 Krishna 就告诉我，教这个，教那个。
And then I write it down.
然后我就会把这些记下来。
And then 2 weeks later, I'm reading Prabhupada's books, or Book of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, or Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, and that same point is right there in the book.
哇，然后2周后，当我去读一些书的时候，我就会发现 Bhaktivedanta。Bhakti Thakur 还有 Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati 他们的书当中就记录到我记笔记写下来的这些话。
One time, I read a verse in Bhagavatam, and before I read the purport, I explained the verse.
有一次我读薄伽瓦坛的时候，在读到要旨的时候，我就发现那个话。
And then we read the purport.
我就读那个要旨。
And it was exactly what I said before we read the purport.
然后我就会发现和我之前做笔记写下的那个话是一模一样。
I was very happy.
我太高兴了。
Yes, Krishna is there in the heart, explaining everything.
Krishna 就在我们心中，他会向我们揭示很多的东西。
So don't forget that.
不要忘了。
No matter how difficult a situation is, if you turn to Krishna sincerely, he'll help you.
不管我们的处境有多么的艰难，只要我们真诚的去向 Krishna 祈祷，他都会帮助我们。
Hare Krishna. Anything else?
还有别的吗？10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, we'll just stare here and look at one another for 10 minutes.
Good day, where are you now?
I'm in Texas.
哦，他在德克萨斯
I am-
，another city。
How far am I from Florida?
离
1500
离
miles?
他的家很远的另外一个。
If you go from where I live and you go west 1500 miles, that's where I am.
哦，就他从他家走的话，要走15英里。So you are preaching now in
Yeah, Rath Yatra Festival. Yeah.
哦，他们是在过弹车节。
Yeah. I flew right over Sydney's house into Dallas, Texas.
他在德克萨斯，离他家很远的这个城市，他们举办弹车节。
So, yeah. This was the first Rath Yatra festival in this city ever.
哦，这是这个城市的第一次弹车节，以前从来没有举办过，
And people really liked it.
人们都特别的喜
How
欢
many。devotees was there? 300 devotees came.
有300个奉献者参加了，
More or less. And how many people? 3,000 maybe? Maybe 3,000 people came.
会有3,000 people，
Yeah.
哇哦，会有
Yeah, like
3000
all
的
day,
人来
you know,
参
it was
加，
coming in, going out. 8
就
hours.
是
Yeah.
来来去去的总计，来来去去整天参加的人大计有3000人次。
Count the plates of prasadam, right? Yeah. Maybe there'll be a count. Yeah. You know, I was in Alatra for a year and a half, so I needed to get out and meet actually people in front of me instead of just on Zoom. So I really felt the need to come.
Sorry, good day.
I needed to do some preaching to people in person, not just on internet.
就是他是因为他在这个城市，他要跟每个人1对1的去传教，他现在是在网络上跟我们大家这样传教。
So we taught some people how to chant japa.
我教人们如何念诵加塔。
And we sold some books.
那我看到一些书，
Because I wanted to get some mercy from Prabhupada.
我想从爬爬那里得到一些仁慈。
That's doing those two things, good way to get mercy.
去做这样一些事情就会得到仁慈。
And Prabhupada said that you don't actually advance by your own effort, you advance by mercy.
爬爬的说，你不是靠你的努力而变得进步，你是靠仁慈而获得进步。
We should always think how to get mercy.
所以我们都应该想想我们如何获取仁慈，
And then everything will happen from that.
然后一切就会由此而发生。
So we got some mercy yesterday,
我们昨天得到了一些仁慈，
I think. And then we got to associate with so many devotees and discuss Krishna consciousness.
因为我们和很多的人、很多的奉献人在一起讨论 Krishna 知觉，
Retreat. It was kind of like a little retreat also. So many
就有
devotees.
点像是一个进修营，来了特别多的奉献者。
And everyone was saying, yeah, this association is so valuable.
他们就会说，哇，这个联谊太有价值了。
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, good day. There is a question from 李龙维，我不知道发音正确没有。Hare Krishna 顶拜 Guru，我们如何向 Krishna 祈祷派书？ Hare Krishna obeisances to Guru Maharaj. How do we pray to Krishna to distribute books?
How do we
Distribute
pray
books.
to Krishna?
Yes, how to pray.
Give me enthusiasm and intelligence, how to do it. And
那
fearlessness
就是
also, boldness.
向 Krishna 祈祷说，给我热情，给我智慧，给我勇气去派书。
Or maybe you have to pray, give me the courage to get out the door and do it.
给我勇气去挨家挨户的去派书，走出家门。
But sometimes you just have to do it, and Krishna will guide you while you're doing it.
有时候我们想做的时候 ，Krishna 他会引导我们该一步一步去做。
And sometimes you have to cry.
有
If
时
you're
候
not
你得
really
哭
good at it,
泣
you have to cry. Help me, help me.
哭着去呼喊，帮我，帮帮我，帮帮我。
Yeah. You know, we have experience on Sankirtan when you're enthusiastic, then you meet all these nice people. And when you're not enthusiastic, you meet all these people who are not nice or worse than not nice.
就是当我们做 Sankirtan 的时候，当我们充满热情的时候，我们就会碰到一些非常棒的人群。但是我们热情不够的时候，我们碰到的那些人就没有那么质量高。
What's wrong? You could be together with another devotee and you meet all the people that are nasty and angry, and he meets all the people that are ready to become devotees, and you're in the same place. There's a different consciousness.
你们两个奉献者同时出去，你可能碰到的人就是一些都不太好的、不太好相处的。但是另外那个人他去碰到的一些人，那些他碰到的人都成为了奉献者，这就是因为我们的知觉不同导致的。
You can also pray for compassion.
你也可以祈祷怜悯心。
A lot of times we would also pray to meet people, just nice people who want the books.
我们也会祈祷说，我们可以去遇到一些人，因为需要那些人，他们是需要这些书的。
So whatever you think you need to help you, you pray to Krishna for that.
当你去内心去祈祷这些需求的时候 ，Krishna 他就会去回应你，会满足到你的这些愿望。
I always pray, Krishna, please give me intelligence, how to do it better.
就像我所祈祷的 ，Krishna， 请给予我智慧，让我知道如何去做这件事情。
And sometimes he'll send somebody who's smarter than you, and that's how he gives you intelligence.
有时候他会派一个人来帮助你更加具有智性。
Hare Krishna. Anything else?
There are 2 questions.
Two questions, and we have 2 minutes left. Okay.
Okay, Francisca said, when will they visit Chile? Not a question.
To Chile and Chile, to go there now. Yeah. When will I visit? Now that I went to El Paso, she wants me to come to Chile.
智利就是这位奉献者问 Guru 什么时候去智利。
You're back, Francisca, you're back in Chile? Oh, yeah. Should have come to Alachua.
他会考虑的。
Next time.
下一次去。
We'll come to Chile.
Welcome to China.
Yeah, in China. I just don't know when.
Yes, because
Yeah, you don't know, but well, okay. That was the question. When am I coming? As my friend Gunagraj Maharaj would say, I'm coming on the 1st. And they would say, the 1st of what? And I say, first chance I get.
就是我的一个神兄弟说我要第一个来，他说我说第一个来什么 ？First come to.
You say in English, you say like, I'm coming on the 1st, which would mean like, what, the 1st of November or the 1st of December? What does the first mean? He said, I'm coming the first chance I get.
Yes，OK，就是我们英语有句话说，你什么时候来？他说我会第一时间来。那这个第一时间是什么呢？是11月份的第一时间，12月份的第一时间。我会在我抓到就是我有机会来的第一个机会，我就会去。
So, Francisca, I'm coming on the 1st.
嗯，所以他告诉他，他会有机会就去。
We're coming to China on the 1st also.
Yes, welcome.
Okay. We have to end now. Our time is up. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you all.
今天的时间就到了，非常感谢大家的聆听，谢谢大家的参与。
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hi.
Prabhu Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
照到你的翻译。